This is Khalil Ekulona, and you're listening to the Me That Remains podcast with Amy Grant.
My experience of just years of making music, I wound up on a stage that I never anticipated. And so I think one of the reasons that I really stopped writing for so long is there's so many great writers in the world. And what I don't know. I just, maybe I wondered, will I ever be able to write anything that is special, like things that I've done in the past? Mm-hmm. You know, maybe the best songs have already come and gone. And so, this project really came in through the side door. I did not have a recording contract. My work life, I have a contract for catalog, just stuff from the past. So nobody was even saying, can't wait for your new record. Yeah. I didn't have a recording contract. I didn't have a budget. I just
did it.
Just had to pay for it one thing at a time. Mm-hmm. So in a way, like, there was no cheering section, but that also created just, it's just exploration and just fun. And, everything about this felt, it just emerged one step at a time, mm-hmm. very naturally. Mm-hmm. And, I called Mac McAnally back in the fall of, I guess, 23, or I can't remember when it was, maybe fall of 24. Hey, I'm working on some songs. We had worked together in the past over some Christmas music, and I said, can I send you some music? Can I send you some lyrics, and would you consider writing? And he said, yeah. He said, my plate's so full right now. It might be next year. And I said, that's fine, no rush. And same way with Tom Douglas. I'd never worked with him, but our paths crossed over a project that he was doing. And I said, could I send you a lyric? And he said, yeah, I'll know in 5 minutes if I've got something to add to the table. Mm-hmm. Which, the vulnerability of creativity, I was going, oh my gosh, here comes the gong show. And I sent him a lyric, and I said, I'm not precious about anything. Mm-hmm. And sometimes I would send a melody and kind of how I was shaping the song, like I did with Ruby Amanfu. And she said, I feel the same kind of tonal space, but a different melody. Mm-hmm. And I was like, come on, this all should all be collaborative.
Mm-hmm. Do you feel like this project helped you get better?
I feel like this project freed me from expectations that I didn't know I had from the past, because it's been kind of a discovery to welcome myself in a creative space that's going to be public, now. But even in the studio, my relationship with my voice has been a little bit challenging, and I don't know, just to have Mac McAnally talking to me over the talkback, and he said, like, we did the first vocal of a song, and you sing it through several times, and then the producer will pick his favorite lines. I like the first line from the first take. And he'll kind of, you can think of it like a Frankenstein. Mm-hmm. He'll kind of put together, and he said, I'm not ever going for perfection. I'm just going for when did I believe you? And so he sent me that first vocal, and I heard it, and I said, I don't even ever want to hear that again. And I said, that wasn't interesting to me. And he said, and I said, can I try to sing that song again? And it's almost like I had lost touch with the part of my voice that I was so used to hearing. Because when you're singing, you're not hearing it.
Yeah.
And so, in my attempts to reach the notes I used to reach, or whatever it was, I guess I had kind of found some way of getting sound out. But then when I heard it back, I went, that's not compelling to me. And so it's like I had to, I don't know, go back. I had a very necessary vocal surgery. I was so glad for that surgery because they took out a growth that was kind of nestled in my vocal cords that explained why I was having a hard time singing. But all the things, it's kind of like when you have a hitch in your get along, and so you're always kind of contorting around it.
Yeah.
And then that thing is gone, and you go, well, now what do I do?
You got to learn it again.
You got to learn it again.
Mm-hmm.
And the same way, like when you speak, you don't think about it. You just say your voice. I mean, you just.
Yeah.
But, and
Yeah.
I had to find where that natural place for my singing was again.
I want to get to talking about the record in a minute, but you just said something very, really compelling about, having that hitch, making up for some sort of impediment that you have, and then being cleared of that roadblock. The discovery of particularly something that you've done for so long, that you've done so well, having to teach yourself again. You talk about that in the song "The Me That Remains," the title track to the album. And over the past few years, you've had to teach yourself quite a few things over again, not just singing.
Yeah, it's been a unique 5 years.
Yeah.
I mean, for the whole world.
Yes. Oh, yes.
I think we all, from 2020 on, we've all seen ourselves differently. We've seen the world differently. Mm-hmm. We've experienced togetherness and isolation, and so, yeah.
But you've had to climb mountains, traverse walls, bushwhack yourself through forests to come to this new version of Amy Grant.
Yeah.
This settling into who you are. Recognizing who you've been, but settling into who you are right here at the moment. And when you're talking about what we've all been through in the past 25 years, particularly in my experience of interviewing so many people and knowing folks, a lot of people are searching for that, searching for being settled in who they are. Look in the mirror and say, hey, this is who I am, and I'm okay with it. Mm-hmm. You blessed us by sharing this experience with us on record. Mm-hmm. Was that intention or just the magical gift from the creation?
I think I was just finding my way for myself. Mm-hmm. And, even that, for me, writing has always been a therapy. And so, why was I not writing consistently for so long? Mm-hmm. But life gets busy, and we all... it's kind of like whatever the things that you feel passionate about really, really take up all your time.
Yeah.
All those years doing This Is Nashville, for you to do that show and to do it well and create that audience, you were in your own unique mole run. You couldn't help it.
Yeah.
I mean, in order to have that, to offer that experience to everybody. And it required a lot of you, and that's true of everybody. I mean, mm-hmm. Sometimes life is presented to us. I think we all imagine, oh, there is some way to have it all. Oh, there is some way
Yes.
to have your finger in every pie. And the great thing about being at this point in life, for me. One of the gifts is to say there are limited resources. There's limited time. My daughter laughs about all of us. She said, yeah, I think we were just kind of brought up as time optimists. Oh, we'll get it done. Oh, we'll do this. And I feel like I spent so many years out so far over my skis, over promising, over committing, feeling spread so thin, and with my family, with work, and then COVID happened. But as soon as everybody could get back, I was right back in there.
Yeah.
And then, and I remember having a talk with a friend of mine. We were on a bike ride in Percy Warner Park, and we stopped up on the one of the beautiful views. And I said, I don't know why I keep doing this to myself. I just keep loading up. And I feel like I can't be there for the things that matter the most for me, my family, and for myself. And I don't know how to stop the wheel. And within minutes, I had a bike wreck. I mean, that bike, I was going downhill, and it hit a 6-inch deep pothole, and that bike stopped. And I flew. I don't remember any of it. But isn't it weird that I was saying, I don't know how to stop the madness?
Yeah.
And COVID kind of gave all of us an idea what it would be like. But I'm a slow learner.
A lot of us are.
Yeah. And I I think sometimes when we speak something out, we're just speaking our truth. But I just think that all of that is really a cry for help. I mean, all of it. What if all of our communication in a way is really a prayer?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
And really, I remember that conversation, and then, I really the trajectory of my life changed after that, and so, I had about almost 4 months of no screens, very little interaction with anybody, and so be very careful what you ask for.
Yes, I'm learning.
Yes,
I'm learning, and
yes.
It's not only what you ask for and what you say and what you think. Even
God, that's so
you
true.
know?
Yes,
because
yes.
that people think, oh, I'm thinking, I'm not saying anything out loud. That's not communication. But I'm like, well, when you pray silently, you are communicating with God or the Creator or whichever spirit and entity you believe in.
Yes.
That is a powerful form.
It
and
is.
I'm learning myself. Be very, not just mindful, careful.
Yeah.
And it's given a new understanding of the definition of the word intentional.
Yes.
Like, what are you trying to express in this moment of prayer?
Yeah.
Are you complaining?
Yes.
Are you grateful? Are you asking for something? Have you thought about this? Because it can be magic. We can create with this. I mean,
Yes, yes.
why would we separate that from the power of wonderful lyrics on a beautiful album such as yours? It's all the same thing.
Yeah. It's so funny that you mentioned what we don't think or what we don't say, because in the last couple of years, a practice I've been trying to incorporate is, we all, when we can, we are so led by our preferences, And by the way, any task done by any person is going to be done in a way unique to that person. And so it's so natural to see somebody doing something or responding to something or saying something. It's so natural to say, well, that's not the way I would have done that. But you can either say, well, I wouldn't have done it that way. Or you can go, oh, yeah, this is like a different human. It's a different human doing it a different way. Yeah. So the practice I started a couple of years ago was, and I have to remind myself to do it, but I'll go, whatever it is, if I feel like any kind of resistance in myself, if I feel preference raise its head, what I'll do, whatever is I'm in the middle of, to just speak inside, thank you. Thank you for this. Thank you for this interruption that I did not choose. Thank you. Thank you for this. And I don't know how to say it, but thank you for this demand that's been made of my time. Thank you for this unexpected conversation that's kind of throwing me off my carefully planned minute by minute. I've got a lot to do today. But somebody walked into the house or called me on the phone. Just because to me, whatever that feeling is, takes the walls and narrows them.
Okay.
And
Okay.
thank you, it's like taking the blinders off, and everything, the atmosphere that thank you creates is full of possibility.
That's pretty deep, Amy. That's really deep. Because what I'm picking up what you're saying is, because I'm the same way. And particularly in the past few weeks, I've had things to do, and I get a phone call from someone, and maybe it's me, I pick up the phone.
Yeah.
You know, I just don't let it go. I'm like, well, I got a couple minutes, particularly like for a sibling or a close friend, and we're off in some other conversation, and I know that I only have 10 minutes for this conversation. But rather than get upset, because within the course of that 10 minutes expanding to 30, something is said, expressed, that is a thank you moment to be grateful for.
Yeah.
And not to be so territorial of my time is what I'm picking up. Is that close?